I lie with the verbs? Just check the paragraph. I see them being something they not. That's why I had to laugh. Pounds of hash attracting the serpents that lay inside the grass. Strategies, I studied the angles before I made the graph. You followed all the steps, the world will need you sober. Post-traumatic stress from the trenches, cause you can't leave your soldiers. I can tell you all my progressions, because I swing my sword. The stars shine and all of them align. That's the drinking gold. Dark matter, the substance of our skin. We just think we poor. 50 states with many different judges say we break the law. Single mothers listen to these sons and feel like Satan call. Late night fights with the turtles, they on the same accord. Same accord. Let me unmute my mic. My mic was muted. Let me make sure everything good. All right, yeah, we good. Yeah, man, I'm back. This is nothing I was thrown in overnight. Many people who know, this is something I was doing, consistently for a while, and I kind of stopped, just getting life together, and life was life, and how it should go, how it go, and it was beautiful though. I had a nice thing going, and I was getting a lot of beautiful people coming up. I was getting a lot out of people. And, I was, of course, I'm able to come up here and, express myself and kind of present, the way I see things and, like the way I look at things. I also want to say I love and appreciate everybody, man, who's, been helping me during this transition. I'm a person, I feel like I'm a pretty strong dude, you know what I mean? And, with my mom passing, it wasn't like more so I was really trying to like, ignore it or, cope. It's just that this is something that I've never been through before. And I have to understand that, you know what I mean? I've been through many things, I have a lot of experience in life. But like when it comes to like, the death of somebody who's, the closest to you ever. I've never been through it before. You know what I mean? So, I'm I'm learning as I go. You know what I mean? But there's so many people that I know who who's going through the same thing, or they're kind of going through the same thing now. And I just want to say I love y'all, and I appreciate you. And I also, want to thank everybody who donated. You know, um, you know how it go, man, during funeral time, when people post that GoFundMe, a lot of people get judged, and things of that nature. And it turns, a funeral, something that's beautiful, into something that is not. And for me, you know, um, when I posted the GoFundMe, it was more so because I was getting help anyway. My mom, I'm not gonna hold you, her friends stepped up. You know what I mean? And they was calling me like, "Yo, you need help?" And I'm very bashful. And but I also understood that during these times you don't want to block your blessings, man. You don't want to block the help and the people who really trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? The people who's really trying to. And a lot of times I'm a Pisces. We still got to check on our strong friends. It's a blessing when you have support. Blesses my boy. Yeah, man, my Pisces, man. I gotta call you too. I kind of like, I'm in a weird space, but I'm in a great space. You know, I just be having so much on my mind, man. I be having so much on my mind at times. Things be slipping my mind. Man, it's like time don't exist for me. And but I gotta be accountable. Even I'm one of those people, like, no matter what I go through, no matter how uncomfortable it is, I try to just be accountable, man. And I think that's what takes away from enduring the love that you're supposed to endure, and the way you're supposed to feel. You know what I mean? Is I'm always trying to keep going, keep going, keep going. And I think that I know that when my mom transitioned, all I kept doing was just trying to make music and, heal. And even when my mom was sick, I was going through it. I haven't been myself in a while. But, my mom, man, she raised a strong one. My mom is strong. And the good thing about it is, like, me and my mom got closer before she died. You know what I mean? We really spent a lot of time together. Um, it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things. But I'm okay, man. I'm all right now, at least. And I'm just trying to, keep everything going, and and try to establish something with people. You know what I mean? So what I really wanted to talk about, though, what I mean, it's time to get into the nitty-gritty of everything. Um, is Let's talk about this police situation. See, a lot of times, when I'm texting online, a lot of people misconstrue like what I mean. They take my words out of context. And it's my fault because, I mean, the moment you post something, the moment you make a comment or something like that, you gotta be accountable for it. And the way I feel is like this, man. You know what I mean? It's like this. When you're talking about police, policy, policia, right? You're speaking about, like, I take my personal feelings out because the government treats this shit like a business, even the way they deal with us. It's not their personal feelings. It's just how they feel about business. So police are foreign entities that protect the interests of Rome. You know what I mean? That's what they were created for. They were created during the slave times to gather up the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Police officer, overseer. Officer, overseer. That's what they was. So they just captured the slaves. The slaves would try to escape. They would jump on the horses, capture the slaves, kill them, do all type of shit. That's when they first was implemented. And then, when the Europeans conquered, right, this land, stole this land, they created an infrastructure to protect. what they stole. So when they created police, police come from the KKK. Oh, I'm back. I almost thought they kicked me off. You see, when I mentioned those three letters, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I mean, that's what they be doing. That's exactly what they be doing. When they do that because, they don't want us speaking about shit like this. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us talking about shit like this. And then on top of that, it's like, a lot of people are like, on top of that, a lot of people are brainwashed, man, and indoctrinated from what we've been forced and what we've been taught. So a lot of times when I speak on these topics, it rubs people the wrong way. You know what I mean? They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's truth. Like I said, it's not my personal feelings. You know, police were, they were created for the slaves. And then obviously, a lot of them were hidden racist members. So then you look at like they fake was supposed to like, free the slaves. They never freed the slave. They just changed the laws. You know what I mean? So then it's just like, okay, for me personally, I don't trust anybody. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't trust anybody who takes orders from another unrighteous being. Let's just start there. Let's just start right there. Are y'all telling me that these sheriffs and the people who run the police and who created those organizations, are y'all telling me like those people are righteous people that really care? Or could we all agree that they would like, most of the police were put in place to oppress people and to control and infiltrate cities. So now what happens is this is the tricky part because everybody's related to somebody, right? So then when you start speaking about police, they'll be like, well, my cousin's a police officer. Well, I'm back. I don't know what's going on with this shit, but it keep kicking me. I'm always come back though, but it keep kicking me. And I think they're doing it on purpose because of what I'm speaking about. But this is I'm telling you, this is what be happening. You know what I mean? This is exactly what be happening. So for me, right? A lot of people, be shucking and jiving, man. You know what I mean? I understand that some of our family members is police, but nobody told them to go take that oath. Nobody told them to go take an oath to Rome. We're black Africans. We were conquered by Rome. And then they created a police fucking institution. And then people go there and shave their face and go get trained and go get taught their specific ways, their military ways, and then join. And then something happened to him, and oh, my cousin's a good cop. Ain't no such thing as a good cop because what you took an oath to the serpent. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. See, like this is why when you don't got knowledge of self, this is what happens. We don't got knowledge of self, and you let this matrix trick you and make you join the army and make you join all their institutions as a black man when this country don't give a fuck about you. That's your fault. Because when they tell you what to do, you're not going. I don't see too many black cops like who's really like telling on these cops that's doing all the horrible shit. That's why I be laughing, bro, because it's a lot of people's personal feelings. Look at the fucking statistics. Look at the specifics, bro. When you become part of a fucking police, like them, they're gonna tell you what to do. Even if you see something bad and you go tell, the police department's they're going to sweep it under the rug because they're going to overpower you. You're part of a gang. Police are a gang. And because they're a gang, unfortunately, that police officer, like whatever happened to him, that's what he get, bro. That's what he get. I saw his pictures. I see how he look. That's what he get. You join that police department. And Cincinnati Police Department is horrible. So that's called selling your soul. When you working for a police department and you know they're crooked, but you still keep working there because you want to make money, that's selling your soul. And a lot of y'all don't understand universal law anyway. So I be going over your heads. That's what it really be. Y'all get mad at me because I don't agree with a lot of y'all because I'm smart. I go research the origins of law and order. I understand Roman law, Roman Greco, Catholic law. So my personal feelings is not in this. I don't fuck with police. They're not here to protect you. Now, do I have some friends who are police officers that are good people? Yeah, hell yeah. Local cops. They cool. They work for the town station and all that, but they're always being told what to do. So if I'm in a car, so if it's a state of emergency, right? And Donald Trump gives your cousin or your aunt, whoever's a fucking police officer, an order, they're going to do it. They're going to come kidnap you, bro. How many times I got arrested back home by somebody that's a friend of mine for something light where they could have been like, yo, bro, you good? Go ahead, bro. You think them niggas let me go? No, because they want their medal. Usually if you look at a lot of police, there's like people who were like getting beat up and shit when we was kids. People who always wanted authority, people who never had a voice. That's most of the police I know. White boys, who's little, they want to be like they pops and they uncles and shit like that. It'd be a whole bunch of wing niggas. And then they get that badge and they get trained and they start working out and shit. And then they start taking on, and then they fucking out here killing people, not saying nothing, falsely arresting people. I would just want to say y'all just bear with me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just bear with me. You know what I mean? Because they keep kicking me off. I'm telling you. But yeah, man, you got to take, when you're a man, see, I could tell a lot of men was raised by their moms, bro. And I'm not sending shots. When I say certain things, I just like to give, it sounds like I'm sending shots, but I'm not. It's just, I'm 40, bro. I don't got time for this shit, bro. Like a lot of you niggas, bro, and females, y'all indoctrinated, bro. That's all. You know what I mean? Y'all think like the oppressor, like they done beating your head all these years to a point where you're scared of them. Like a lot of y'all scared of police. Like a lot of y'all, like y'all take conjunction to be in control and told what to do. Y'all was the ones that listened in school. I didn't listen to school. I didn't give a fuck about school like that. I went to college, played football. It's the only reason why I went to school. You understand? I was smart by learning from the 5% nation and learning from people that was around me, bro. All of this shit is bullshit. And it's just because I'm saying it, a lot of people just, they can't deal with it. You know what I mean? Like it's too much for them. You know what I mean? Like when I say shit like I don't trust grown men who like being told what to do, like what the fuck? Taking orders from a white sheriff and you're an African-American man and you've been enslaved by the same corrupt structure, but because y'all didn't study, y'all went and joined the police force. You ever see like white Hispanic cops? They always want to be white. White Hispanic cops always want to be white. That's why they like to be a part of what's going on. People like to be a part of this government shit because they give you medals and shit. How many niggas y'all seen from the hood that now they start getting like, the mayor start taking pictures with you and, everybody start feeling accomplice and shit. They're just using you. It's politics, man. They ran me out of Mount Vernon because they knew I wanted to save it. So that's why they wouldn't give me no funding. The mayor was acting like she was cool with me. They really was just trying to sabotage what I was doing because they know I had the power to really change the city. And I wasn't smart enough to understand it at that time. But how they going to make money if there's no crime in the city? Black people being poor and being oppressed and killing each other, there's a lot of money in that. That's $1 billion industry. Black people being ignorant, killing each other, little boys growing up with single moms and all that. That's money for the system. They need us to do like to stay dysfunctional. That's why you see a lot of coaches, a lot of people who care about their city everywhere across the world. They're always crying about what? Yo, I can't get funding. Yo, they doing this to me. Yo, they doing this to me. Yeah, because they don't want nobody to fix that shit. It's too much money in black destruction, bro. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when I come on here and when I'm speaking about the government and all that shit and police, I don't got no fucking personal feelings. I don't give a fuck who's a police officer. Nobody told you to go fucking join a Greco-Roman law. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then you should be confident in your decision. And what I say shouldn't bother you. If what I'm saying bothers you, that means you know that shit is real, bro. I'm not lying, man. Them fucking I never in my life thought about becoming a police officer because I was well studied from young. Like I knew what this government was. I know they don't fuck with us. So why would I go be a police officer? Like, do we need police? Yeah. That's why we need to bring it back to the village when the neighborhood used to take care of shit. We don't need these fucking people. We don't need this government either. What do you need this government for? They're giving us GMO food. They're giving us food that got chemicals in it. This is what we like working for and aligning with. A government who's giving us GMO food to slow us down, and we all know it, but you still keep fucking voting for these presidents. This is how stupid Americans are. Giving us GMO food, putting porn, all type of like subliminals and Disney cartoons, poisoning our kids. And we know this. This is all fact. We know this. And people still waking up, trying to flourish in the system instead of saying, let's get rid of these people, bro. You're supposed to overthrow the government of tyranny. They're poisoning us. But then I got to argue with people trying to express to me how beautiful this government is. You motherfuckers got Stockholm syndrome, bro. You got Stockholm syndrome. Don't even got a mind of your own, man. So yeah, when I come on here, you're gonna be mad at me. You don't want to hear this shit. You don't like my confidence. You don't like this empowerment shit I'm on. Nigga, I grew up under Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, Angela Davis, Marcus Garvey. I grew up around people who was telling me who the enemy was. I know who the enemy was, and I'm not scared to say it. That's the difference between me and other people. You got grown men out here shucking and jiving. You know what I'm saying? Scared to speak up. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I ain't never give a fuck. Y'all know that. That's why I'm happy I got this platform too. I can talk my shit now. I could articulate everything I want to articulate now on my own platform now. So I'm happy I got this shit. Because when I'm on Facebook, like when I was talking about Shador, right? You motherfuckers got caught up with the media. Stop watching the media and letting them formulate your opinion for you. I love Shador. I was a Colorado fan this year. I watched all their games. Shador was good, but he wasn't top 5 good, bro. I don't know who like y'all watching all that media and all of that, and then and they brainwashing you to a point that, mind you, I'm a real football player. We play football. We hold each other accountable. Football players have flaws, bro. Shador Sanders had flaws. Now a lot of you are regular fans. You didn't play at a high level. So you make it seem like everything Shador did was perfect. I love my guy. Yeah, I know he's black. Yes. But I like to deal with facts, bro. I like to deal with facts. I'm not an extremist. I don't go into things emotional. I'm not a fanatic. I played football. So I look at it differently. Shador had a lot to work on. He had a lot to work on, like before he even got to Colorado, because he only played in his father's system. That a lot of coaches wanted to know, like, okay, can he play outside of his father's tutelage? You know what I'm saying? Can he play outside of his father's tutelage? You know, when you play with your father and you have an offensive system that fits specifically to your skills, that's a plus. A lot of guys don't get that because they're not playing for their fathers. You know, they're not playing for guys who understand them like that. So they have to really acclimate themselves to a new system. And I'm sure he can do that. He's been playing football all his life. But when you're trying to get a part of a business, you want to make sure that you cover every ground when you're trying to get into the NFL. Our problem as black people is we want to do whatever we want to do. And then when them white folks put their foot down, then we just start whining. Oh, they don't like a confident black man. Oh, they don't like, y'all been knew that. The fuck y'all talking about? Y'all been knew they don't like confident black folks. This ain't nothing new. But y'all know they run the NFL. And if you want to play in the NFL, right, you're going to have to confide to the system. You're going to have to go through the protocol of doing the right things so you can get that bag. And Shador fucked the bag up. He fucked it up. So by me explaining that he fucked the bag up, people are, man, you hating on him, man. Yo, it be our own people. Shut the fuck up. Fuck is y'all talking about? I played football. I know what he did wrong, stupid. I know what he did wrong. The nigga didn't go. Let me break this shit down for you fanatics who don't really know football. Because I've been arguing all week over this shit. Dumbass. When you're trying to get drafted into the NFL, right? The media can say whatever they want. It doesn't matter how popular you are, right? So everybody got caught up in the hype. Like everybody got caught up in what the media was saying. Shador first round. Man, those is Deion friends saying that, bro. Those is Deion friends. Those is like people who really support Deion that was pumping that narrative. And I didn't mind it because I'm all for it. But I knew that nigga was no first round, bro. Nigga took the most sacks last year. And then people were like, well, he ain't got no O-line. Then throw the fucking ball away. You don't take 95 sacks, bro. Throw the fucking ball away. Those are bad decisions. He's always checking down. You know what I'm saying? I play ball. So people who play football, we look at the game differently. We're really looking at, okay, like how he's playing. This nigga doesn't step up in the pocket. He's always running out the pocket, but he's still nice. He's still super nice. But I'm saying these are things that scouts look at. So it's like when you don't understand how they break down football players and you don't understand the process. So a lot of y'all coming and talking to a guy like me who's played football for 30 years at a high level on all levels. I've played football on all levels. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I understand the process. I'm gonna tell you where Shador fucked up at. Number one, he thought he was going top 5. I don't know how the fuck he thought that. When he played at Jackson State, he's not a winner. He hasn't won. He won at Colorado those easy games. He didn't beat no big schools. So for a fan, they're going to say I'm hating, right? They're going to say I'm hating when If I'm in a room with Darrell Revis, Shady McCoy, and I'm in a room with a lot of, this is how we talk. Like, yo, nah, Shador nice. He got an arm, but yo, he ain't beat Nebraska, bro. He ain't beat Oregon. Like, that's when you become legendary. That's when you become first round type shit. When you get upsets, you beating people, you beating you beating people that, you know what I'm saying? He's winning games he was supposed to win. The Big 12 is not a tough division. So I'm not naming these things because these are my personal feelings. I'm naming these things because I'm thinking like a fucking NFL owner. These are the things that they look at. They look at level competition. They look at so many different intangibles. So by him not working out at the combine, that's the first strike. How you not gonna work out at the combine? You're not a first round guy. Only top 5 picks don't work out at the combine. Travis Hunter didn't have to work out at the combine because he was a top 5 pick. Shador thought he was Travis Hunter, bro. He wasn't Travis Hunter. He's good. He's great, actually. But he's not Travis Hunter. You know what I mean? So that's where he dropped the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking that he was bigger than what he was because his fan base and them people were saying it to him. So now his head got big. Now he has his father going around and talking on talk shows and saying, you know, Shador gonna play Washington. We're not doing this. And then people comparing him to Peyton Manning's father when you can't compare him to Peyton Manning's father because Eli Manning he was a first round pick. He was a definite first round pick. Like, we knew I think he was the first pick of the draft. That's different type of leverage, bro. Don't compare Shador to Manning when he didn't have the same leverage. So now when I'm explaining this shit, right, and I'm debunking all of these people who keep blaming it on certain things, you think they're gonna say, "Nah, you right, bro." They just get mad. So this is why I got the energy I got, because it's like I come with evidence, articulation, and I come with poise. People will come at me cocky and be dead wrong, and I'll deal with it. Then I go get the raw information, and then I come back with it, and then they're mad at me more. So this is why I talk the way I talk. That's why I talk to some of y'all the way I do. I don't have no mercy for you, because like it's manipulative. I love and then you hating on Shador? Shut the fuck up, bro. I don't hate on nobody, but I will hold somebody accountable. I'm holding Shador accountable for fucking up $40 million. The young bull got too cocky. He got too big out of his britches, and the nigga was talking to them white folks like he run shit, and all them owners showed that boy, nigga, you going 5th round, man. We gonna make you slide. I don't know what you think you doing. We billionaires, man. Them white folks are billionaires, bro. Deion Sanders and all them niggas, they got money to people like me and you. To these elites, to these billionaires, how you going to try to talk crazy to billionaires who pay millionaires? Think about how much money you got to be able to have if you could sign someone to like 90 million, 70 million. Think about how much money these owners got. And they're dishing out 80 million, 70 million. And then you telling them that I'm going to come in your organization and do what the fuck I want to do because I got a fan base. It just doesn't work that way. Now, am I with my black people? Hell yeah. Do I support Shador? Hell yeah, through it all. But I'm just letting y'all know I'm not an ignorant dude. So I like to know what's really going on. So I went and I did my research, and then it all made sense to me. When I found out, okay, number one, he didn't work out at the combine. That's the first strike, because now they can't compare you to the other quarterbacks. The reason why you fucking work out at the combine is because now they have all of you in person. So a lot of times scouts don't want to go off of film. Film doesn't always tell the whole tale of the story. You playing easy teams, throwing for 300. You know, the offense, Shador's going to throw for 30, 40 times a game anyway. So they're looking at it like, Deion, you think you slick. You think you about to just like be with your son and have him throwing in a pass-friendly offense and pad his stats. And then you thought because he had a fan base and an NIL deal that you was about to wiggle your way into first round. And I respect that by Deion. That's what I loved. I love that. I love what he tried to do. I love what he did. Like, he got Shador to a point of even being mentioned in the top. But I knew in my heart that he was a I knew this. I know Shador's going to pan out. I already know Shador had a huge upside. I knew Shador's upside is bigger than where he's at now. So I knew he probably would have went. Put like this: if Shador would have went through the draft like how Cam Ward did, who knows? Who knows if the Giants take him at 3 or 5 or whatever pick they had? Who knows that they're like, you know what? This is our guy. Let's get our quarterback now. Excuse me. But like the way the NFL works, bro, they don't give a fuck how cocky you are. If you're good, if you're really good and they really feel like you like him, they'll overlook all that shit and draft you right in the top, bro. What happened to Shador was like he's not that guy. And what I mean by not that guy, meaning like when you compare him to the whole complexity of the NFL, like he's not a generational talent. Like he's not Travis Hunter, bro. He's good. He's beautiful for the NFL. But the NFL will live with or without him. So you got to understand that. So you can't come in there trying to tell them white folks what you think you're going to go do and who you think you're going to go play for, and you're not going to work out and you're not going to do this. They said, oh, that's what you're doing, Shador? All the owners meet. So they all met and they said, look, we got this guy right here, Deion's son. We already don't like these niggas. But look, they gave us a reason to make him slide. Since we already didn't like him, because nobody was lying, they don't like his confidence. They don't like masculine, confident black males. We know that. So if you know that they don't like that, why would we feed into the stereotype when you're trying to get it back? You couldn't confide for a month. You couldn't just do everything that they asked you to do for like a quick month. Just work out for him, throw for him, compete. He didn't work out at the combine. He didn't work out at the Senior Bowl. Coaches don't give a fuck about pro days like that unless you get hurt. Coaches only care about pro days if you get hurt at the combine or something like that. And then it's like, you got to push back your 40 and then you tell me, what, I'll run at my pro day. But when you just do pro day, that's a synchronized, put together, you throwing the football on air, bro. Now, fans think, they're like, oh my God, you see those throws? The scouts don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ferg, you know how this shit go, bro. If you good, they're going to fuck with you. Now, Shador is good, but he wasn't in position to act like he was Travis Hunter and them. So I'm not hating on that boy. I wanted him to go first round. I wanted him to go to the Steelers. I felt like he could have wiggled his way in the first round, but the nigga didn't practice at the combine and he didn't practice at the Senior Bowl. So they didn't get a chance to evaluate him. It's almost looked like he was hiding from him. You see what I'm saying? Looked like he was hiding from him. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use my, it's like, if you ask me, this is a theory. This is a theory. It looked like Deion and him was trying to pull a fast one. It looked like, okay, went to Jackson State, balled out. He lost the chip. He lost that last game at Jackson State. He didn't win that game. So it wasn't like he was just winning championships everywhere. He was winning though. He did take Jackson State and bring him to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like, he really was winning like big games. He was just putting up numbers. And in this college era, the scouts as well as the coaches know this is an easier era to throw. So you can't get so caught up in the numbers when someone's throwing for 3,500, 4,200. Like it's mad space for receivers to run. You can't even jam them niggas. So that's why scouts, they look for like intangibles. They don't get caught up in numbers all like that. The numbers do count when you add it to everything else. The numbers count when you add it to everything else. But as far as when it comes to Shador's situation, bro, they didn't like his demeanor. They didn't like how he went about things, and they just felt like he was just too, you know what I mean? Now, do I agree with him? Nah. But like I said, my personal feelings is not in this. These are my business feelings. This is me understanding sports and how it goes. So, yeah, I knew he's going to slide down. I wasn't surprised when he slid down that far because it don't really matter where you get drafted. It's all about just getting drafted and what you do there. You can get drafted number 1 and be like Jamarcus Russell. You can get drafted 6th round and be Tom Brady. So it's just you just got to be grateful for the opportunity. He just lost out on some money, but it ain't really gonna hurt him because he already got money. The nigga made millions of dollars in college. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and his father's rich. Everybody's rich. The Sanders are I love them. I love them. That's generational wealth. You understand? But all Shador had to do was just do what Cam Ward did. How come Cam Ward, who was the real shoe-in #1 pick, that nigga wasn't flashy and none of that? Now I'm not saying I'm not comparing them and trying to, but I'm saying is he understood the assignment. He went through all his interviews. He worked out at the combine. Like he did. Matter of fact, he didn't work out the combine because he didn't have to. Because he knew he was the one pick. I think because Shador was working out next to him and being next to Cam Ward, he probably felt like he's just as talented as Cam Ward. He just didn't go through the process how Cam Ward did it. And he didn't go about football how Cam Ward did it. Cam Ward dominated and fucking he pressed his will on these scouts. He pressed his will and became the #1 pick. So that's all I'm saying is, bro, it's like you got to be accountable. But I'm all for the movement. Y'all know I'm all for the movement. Y'all know I'm all for exposing racism and shit like that. But this wasn't that case. It was a case, but he gave them the rope to use it to hide their racism. Now, if he would have did everything right, went to the combine, threw at practice, bop, and then skid down the fifth round, after we done seen him really tear it up, then that's when you would have been like, oh, now these dudes is racist, bro. But when you don't do certain things, that's all these white people could do. They could sit right up there and just say, well, we couldn't evaluate him. We knew he was pretty good in the Big 12, but we know the Big 12 ain't a real strong, league. But they appreciate what he did. You know what I'm saying? He did have a lot of weapons. All his receivers went, you know what I mean? So it's like scouts start looking at things a little bit differently than a fan. They looking at certain things. So now it's just like they looked at it like them owners like, you know what? Him and his father think they're going to do whatever they want. He didn't even have enough respect to work out for us at the combine. He didn't work out at the Senior Bowl. I mean, come on, fellas. Like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? This guy thinks, don't pick him up. Let's show him. Let's prove a point. And that's how owners talk. Owners and coaches, they all compete during the season, but when it comes to like the bigger picture of the system of football, they're not gonna let shit rock. They're not gonna let shit rock, man. So I be trying to challenge black folks like, yo, we can't be so ignorant all the time. We can't just be acting like we could just do whatever we want all the time. You can only do whatever you want when you own it. We don't own the NFL. They do. You see Kaepernick? Kaepernick thought he's going to be able to take a knee and go and sue the NFL. This nigga will never play in the NFL. What's wrong with these niggas? Now, do I support like this nigga Kaepernick? You think you're going to be able to sue a business and then go work for him? Stupid ass nigga. Like, bro, what is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with people? Like, you sue the NFL, take a knee, go against their policies, and this nigga still working out. And Kaepernick wasn't even that. He was solid. Kaepernick was decent. I used to tell people to say I was hating on him too. I'm just a realist. Kaepernick wasn't in position to be taking no knee and going against the NFL when you're a decent football player, bro. He was a decent system quarterback who had he had one big year with the 49ers because they had a good O-line, they had a good running game. That nigga throwed horrible. Wide receivers hated playing for Kaepernick because his balls used to get batted all the time. Pause. He throw sidearm. He didn't throw that good. You know what I'm saying? But he was a good leader. He was always in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was decent. He was solid. You can't be no decent, solid quarterback taking knees, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes be thinking they bigger than what they is, bro. And then when somebody like me speaks about it, oh, you hate. I don't got a hating bone in my body, bro. I'm sorry. I don't hate on people, bro. I just tell the truth about them. Sometimes a lot of y'all can't see it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all couldn't see the problem with Shador because y'all ain't been watching him all year. Y'all lazy. Y'all letting the media tell you what to think. You going on ESPN, you seeing regular NFL dudes who have opinions. Yeah, Shador, top 5 pick. Look at this throw right here. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's their opinion. But when you talk about the NFL, you got to understand how these scouts think. And I always go to the scouts. It was the scouts I was paying attention to. I was the scouting report. Like, the scouting report was, they had them they had a lot of, and I knew, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, black folks, bro, if you want to work for white people, you're going to have to confide. This is why I don't work in systems, because I don't want to confide. I don't want to confide to a European system. So I just create businesses when I can and do whatever I could do outside of the matrix best as I can. It's a struggle at sometimes, but I'm still doing what I want to do. I'm not, see, this is the thing. I don't give a fuck about being judged. This is my one life. I don't want to fit in with y'all. I want to fit into the matrix. I don't really care when people are like, man, you need to go do this. You need to, what, to be cool with y'all? To be cool with society? Society is fucking retarded. So when you get to the point in life that I'm at, you don't be trying to confide and listen to motherfuckers, bro. I don't care about people judging me and shit like that. It comes with the territory. People ain't powerful enough. Why would I do something that I see people depressed doing? A lot of my friends, they only happy when they get paid. But when they get paid, they always spending, like some of them, they spending their money that they don't have. You know what I mean? They living beyond their means. And it's all because they've been working so many hours. They feel like, man, I should be able to go buy this dinner. I should be able to go splurge. But so it's like a mental thing. And they always end up in debt. And that's why they need the job. But when I start talking about businesses and shit, everybody look at me like I'm stupid. If I was to post on Facebook right now, yo, I just got a new job at Bob's Discount Furniture, y'all. I'm selling furniture. Everybody gonna be like, yo, get to that bag. Do your thing, as you should. I'm gonna get mad love. If I say, hey, if I come on Facebook, I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Man, fine, got my LLC, new business. I got my storefront. Man, only business people gonna show love. Like, yo, there you go. Let me know if you need help. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody else who gotta work and miserable with their jobs, that don't like what they're doing, they're not gonna support what I'm doing. So I got to a point in life where I say, you know what? My family ain't supporting me like that. Some of my friends ain't supporting me and shit like that, right? I'm just gonna do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Because I always had a bigger platform than a lot of people. I always could create motion for myself. So when I became an artist, I looked at it like this. I got friends who've been rapping before me. I don't share their music because I was sharing their music before I was rapping. I always been sharing a lot of my friends' music. So now I'm rapping and y'all can't share my music. I'm just gonna pass you stupid niggas and make y'all watch me. I actually enjoy watching people who've been rapping before me, and I know they nice. You know what I'm saying? I know they nice, but they're not smarter than me. They don't know how to move and they lazy. So I enjoy the fact that I came into music at 32 years old and passed all of them. And I'm gonna keep, and they're never gonna catch up to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter how good you rap. It's about your movement and having a fan base. I got a fan base. I got people who pay and buy my CDs. I know people who was rapping way longer than me and never sold nothing, never went on tour. So I passed a lot of niggas' careers in like 2 years. But I'm supposed to do that because this is a new era. So that's why when I learned this knowledge, I try to go back home and help niggas. But niggas be hating, bro. Niggas be hating back home. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, it's one of those things where I'm still gonna show love though, because I love my city. I'm talking big shit right now. But you know, niggas in my city know how I am. They know I'm mad competitive. But I do help a lot of artists behind the scenes. It's not because I know everything, it's because I care. I'm a nigga where nothing was ever handed to me. So I got a certain mentality where I'm going to figure some shit out. Everybody don't got that mentality. That's why I will make a good manager for artists. Like I'll be a perfect manager for artists because I can get in rooms for them. I can network. You know what I mean? I'm real good with people. You know what I mean? So I do a lot of that. I help my friends behind the scenes. All I need is for people to show me a little bit of like hard work. You don't got to make wild music like I'm doing. You know, I tell people all the time, they don't gotta. Oh yeah, Chose, what up, Chose? I just sort of they was always hating on you, Chose. They be happy. Niggas is happy that you not on their necks. I know you cooking, you don't never stop doing music, but niggas is, trust me, like niggas be happy. Niggas be safe when you building, you cooking, you stacking your bread and doing that. Niggas always hating on you. And like, you know, I was always one of your biggest fans, nigga. If anything, that was then when you first started. You know, I feel like to this day, you still one of the best rappers. I feel like right now, I feel like you up there with Benny and them. I feel like you no different than them niggas. I feel like you on the same level, bro. But a lot of people who may not know you, they're gonna look at me like, this nigga bugging. It's like, nah, son, I'm not a hater, bro. I know I'm doing my music shit. I'm doing what I do, but I know when someone's talented, bro. And my cousin Chose is talented, bro. He knows how to make songs. Like he been had a knack for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, just because I'm doing music and I'm getting my buzz up and doing what I'm doing, I'm never going front on Chosey. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas just got it, bro. Some niggas don't gotta be fucking active every day and making mad music every day. You give them a fucking beat and you put them in the studio, they're gonna tear up everybody they're gonna outcompete everybody that's on that song. It's like a mentality. So when it comes to the music, I don't get too beside myself when it comes to certain things. But the rest of these niggas chose, niggas is trash, bro. They ain't you. Outside of you, it's curtains, bro. And Tata, you know, my family, you know, basically everybody we be with is really them niggas and been them niggas respectfully. So basically, if you know, I'm more niggas, bro, because it was so many years, bro. People was deading me, bro, not paying no attention to me, act like I couldn't rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming home, making moves, niggas act. So I was like, all right, Mount Vernon will do it to you. Mount Vernon will make you get like so obsessed that it'll make you be like, all right, y'all niggas sleeping on me. I got something for y'all niggas. You know, it'll make you get in your bag. You know what I mean? But without further ado, I'm talking shit right now. I'm getting in my ego a little bit. Let me calm this shit down. I'm about to play some spunk shit. I'm about to play some new shit, man.
Wool coat with the bucket low. Product in my pocket, but I'm really just like fuck it though. Nigga getting comfy, I got clientele and tuck a hole. Connected, well respected, doing numbers out in Buffalo. Solid moves in private, all my steps is major. I see I'm acting like my father, who I gladly favor. Told me live my purpose, find my freedom till I turn to vapor. He ain't even know I'm whipping Yola, selling work to neighbors. I'm really playing poker, but can't show my hand. I'm playing ball, my brother sitting backing up 100 grams. Zombies in the trench, I look like Uncle Sam. Rich kids addicted to the pills and want that butter tan. I never was a nigga, hit the block and stand. Lock in hand, looking like a dummy, getting washed on can. Thinking about betrayal and gotta watch your man. I'm a Pisces in the water, nigga, Aquaman. I can see the people who be evil, gotta keep them away from me. Gotta keep them away from me. Yeah. I can see the demons who be scheming, gotta keep them away from me. Gotta keep them away from me. Yeah. I was ducking the pretenders, cause they noticed I was gifted, little different from the rivers where the angels dwell. Moms was riffing, didn't listen when they told me I was living, feeling finished, had me thinking about it in myself. The pressure was amazing, turned me to a man. Moving powder was a first, I rode the Peter Pan. Always motion, never wanna keep your feet in sand. By any means, I roam the jungle just to feed the fam. This music is my hustle, but I'm so devoted. Manifest my future, see the signs, now they all decoded. Went about my business, Chef and Maury Povich. Master of the grams, I shocked the water, now I feel like Moses. Baddie stuffing baggies, they was always molded. Now I walk across the valley cause a nigga chosen. They be really staring at me, but I see the poses. I be really staying humble while my city chosen. I can see the people who be evil, gotta keep them away from me. Gotta keep them away from me. Yeah. I can see the demons who be scheming, gotta keep them away from me. Gotta keep them away from me. Yeah.
Man, I love this. I ain't gonna hold you. I love this music shit, man. It's just so fun. And basically, all I'm really trying to do, bro, I'm not trying to be the biggest artist. I don't really care about that shit. I didn't really grow up trying to be a rapper. I really got into music because this is something that I love. You know, I wanted to do something that I love. I love business. I love football. I love coaching. You know what I mean? I like helping people with businesses. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. So that's basically what it is. I want to do what I want to do things that I love with my life. I know some people be like, man, you got to do this. You got to work. I don't got to do none of that shit, bro. Who the fuck told you I got to come into this world and be told what to do all my life by white people, bro? That shit ain't never going to work with me, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You can call it ignorant. I'm lazy. I don't give a fuck about none of the American terms y'all come up with. That's all manipulation. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm going to always get to a bag, and I'm all about business. I'm doing business. I went to school for business. I'm smart, bro. I study business and residual income. That's what I'm into. And because I come from a disenfranchised black family, it just takes me longer. That's all. It just takes me longer. It takes me longer to orchestrate the business that you need, because when you do a lot of things on your own, it's just going to take you a little long. That's all. If you stay adamant about it and you continue doing it, you're going to win. Through the whole struggle, people are going to doubt you. Family members are going to talk about you. You just can't. You have to be so confident in yourself and have enough self-esteem to not allow nobody to take you out of your alignment. And that's me. People call me stubborn all the time because I have high self-esteem, bro. I don't let people who don't study, who I don't trust their judgment, come into my life and stray me off. I spent so much time by myself. I trust myself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people not like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand people like me who can create boundaries and You know what I'm saying? I'm a very stand-up dude. I don't let people manipulate me and talk to me certain ways. You know, if I feel some type of way, I speak to you direct. So it's a little different with me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I said, when you're a man, you have to make decisions whether they're comfortable or uncomfortable. You know, I don't think with a feminine mind. I think with a masculine mind. And the problem is a lot of men out here thinking with feminine minds, bro. And then you get in the rooms with the wolves and you can't keep up. You can't elevate with niggas. You can't think with niggas. So now you know what comes from that? Jealousy and resentment. That's a weak man's trait. That's a feminine trait, bro. Any man who has that type of, you know, perspective, you know what I'm saying? Fucking feminine. You know what I mean? You leave that for the women. So yeah, when I'm talking about police and all that, and I know I studied Roman law, Greco-Roman law, and I know that they take an oath to demons. I don't fuck with police. Now you may be upset because one of your cousins is police. I don't fuck with your cousin because I know that if a sheriff, that white sheriff with the big ass mustache, go tell your black cousin to go kidnap me, they're going to take that order and listen to him. So my personal feelings got to be taken out now. You can't be naive, bro. Well, my cousin's a good guy. Yeah, but when he's in there surrounded with them police officers, they're gonna thug your cousin, tell him what to do. A police officer is not, it's a gang, it's another gang. So let me ask y'all a question. Let me break this down. Let's say I was a GD, right? I was a GD, and and everybody in my crew is a killer, except for me, right? Do you think that you could go around and make people feel comfortable about me being a part of that gang? If you like, and they're like, you're like, oh, my cousin, somebody go, yo, I don't fuck with them GDs, man. Them niggas is killers. And somebody goes, nah, they're not all killers. My cousin a GD. You think someone's gonna say, oh, yeah, that's a good one. They're gonna say, nigga, he may be a good one, but he's being told what to do, and he's around nothing but demons. He's being told what to do. When you're a police officer, you take orders. So that takes away your free will. So yeah, your cousin and whoever's a fucking cop, probably when they have free will, when they're not a cop, they're probably some good people. But when they put that badge on, they took an oath to Rome, to the Pope, and they're African. That's crazy. That's bugged out. I know. Y'all probably looking at me like this nigga's rude, but nah, when you really take your personal feelings out and you understand how this law works, me being an African man working for the same system of Europeans who conquered my people and created these unjust laws, and they're putting my people in jail and killing them, and I'm about to go work for those people for a paycheck. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it. I'm not arguing this shit no more. Cause I'm way too ahead of niggas, bro. And I know I come off too angry, and y'all got it. I don't give a fuck, really. Truthfully, I care, but I don't like people who's like not woke, people who sleep. As a grown adult, y'all need to go fucking read, man. And that's the problem. A lot of us are too old. We in our 30s and 40s, and I be reading. I got all this knowledge, all this shit on the government, how this shit work, how the medical system work, and everything. And then I come over here and I come talk to people, and everybody look at me like I'm fucking stupid because they can't. Shit is stupid. And then now, right? If I get frustrated, you know what people gonna say? He think he better than people. Nigga, Akali is arrogant. Because I'm frustrated, because I'm really into systemic things. I'm really into the history, and I understand the history of Roman law. So now I got to get judged because I take this shit serious, and I care about your life, and I care about the progression of black people. You see what I'm saying? That's why niggas start stealing from black people. Niggas go from being conscious to like, you know what, man, fuck these niggas. I'm about to start being a pastor and taking. This is why people go the other way with white people, because it's the way we are to each other. We persecute each other. We really fucked up mentally, bro. The trauma, growing up with single moms and all that, you know what I'm saying? The resentment, the way we eat, black people are out of shape. They don't like the way they look. The girls is getting BBLs. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking a lot of us getting diabetes. We doing horrible. And I can't say nothing because people gonna say you looking down. So I gotta actually, for me to fit in with y'all, I gotta like just allow the destruction to happen, because that's the black people way. Don't say nothing about what we're doing. You know, we don't want to hear the truth, black man. So I gotta sit and just let everybody eat pork, you know, eat GMO, watch everybody die, diabetes, heart disease, and I can't say nothing because if I say something, my own people gonna flip on me. So it's a lose-lose. If I don't say nothing, People just gonna keep dying. Because I help a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people change their diet and really, you know what I'm saying? So if I don't say nothing, then people just gonna die. And if I say something, then black people gonna persecute me and call me names. This is why it's so hard to be black. This is why it's hard to be black, bro. Because the way we treat each other, bro. And then when you speak about it, it's like we act like we don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? We just, so it's like, I'm always mad. I always come off mad because I care about your lives. I love all y'all. I don't fuck with the government. I love y'all. I love people. I'm a people person. I'm a vigilante, bro. I want power of the people. I want no fucking government telling us what to do. I want to grow my own food. I want to be able to take care of my kids. I want to get off this child support system. I want to be cool with my first baby moms. I don't want to beef with her. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this fucking Roman law because we are oppressed. And that's why we treating each other the way we are, because this system is not fair. And we fucking is bleeding us. It frustrates me, man. You know what I mean? Niggas I know that solid niggas that are depressed right now. Strong-minded niggas depressed, bro. Because the job structure, niggas getting fired. Because we got to work for these corporations. They control the job structure too. Right now in my hometown, I broke it down. There's 200,000 people, but it's only 45,000 jobs in my town, bro. So what the fuck you think is going to happen in Mount Vernon if it's only 45,000 jobs and there's 200,000 people there? It's going to be crime. Right now, I had to leave my hometown because I knew that they wasn't going to give me a job in my city because they don't want me there. Now, my city wants me there, like the people there. The people of the city want me there, but the officials in higher positions don't want me there because I'm powerful. They don't want me. They know I help kids. I empower people. They don't want me to help fix Mount Vernon because they're not going to get paid no more. So when I would go into City Hall trying to get a job, mind you, I have 3 college degrees. And I don't have a record. I'm a well-educated black man, bro. And I go up in there, they're gonna give a job to a person who just came home from jail before me. And that doesn't bother me because I'm not a hater. But that's what they do. They'll rather give it to someone, you know, who just came home from jail, who's a little bit more subdued, more reserved, they're hungry, they're probably more appreciative. They don't want niggas like me. So this is why I'm not ever going to be liked. Because I gave up whatever little privilege I had to talk about real fucking politics. You know what I mean? People stop being my friend on Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Because they can't take how I'm presenting things. But yeah, I let all you guys post whatever you want on your page. I don't be writing on none of y'all pages. I'm not attached to none of y'all like that. So when I post and people go, oh, you shouldn't post this, and you know, and my friends saw your post and they felt some type of way. I'm like, who's your friend? And when I say shit to people like, well, well, they think I'm crazy. I don't know your fucking friend. You think I'm trying to make posts to please your fucking friend that I don't know? Like, I don't know. And then people think I be bugging. Like, they get real mad. They be scared to talk to me sometimes because they don't like the answers I give them. Listen, I'm 40 years old. I don't got time to play with y'all. Give a fuck about your friend liking my page. Everybody's not going to like me. And I'm a real likable person. I'm really a genuine person. That's why I don't give a fuck like that. Everybody's not going to like me. I'm not here to be liked by everybody. Everybody that you see running around trying to be liked is they hate their lives because they people pleasing. I'm not a people pleaser. I used to be. When I was younger, I was very naive, impulsive. You know, I want to make everybody laugh. I wanted everybody to be happy. And even doing that, I still got hated on. So I learned, like, fuck all that. I threw that shit out the window. I'm just being myself now. They're going to hate me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about not being liked because I know what I stand for. Because I study Roman law and I know that police don't give a fuck about us. And I know that they take an oath to the Pope. So because I don't trust police, whether they're your family members, your mother, your auntie, your uncle, I don't give a fuck. Once they make that oath to that Roman law, I know they sleep. They sleep. And there's a lot of solid cops that's looking at this like, probably, man, I hate, like, what's this nigga talking about? But listen, I love y'all. I love y'all, bro. It's not personal. I just understand how this government works, and I understand what y'all signed up for. And I have my opinions to it. You just got to deal with it, bro. That's how I feel. I studied this. You went and signed up. You're a black man. You can't make no change in the police department like that. It's like a lot of the people who's gonna go to hell for working for the medical field. They killing people. They working for the serpent. The serpent that goes. If you look at go look at the hospital. Go look at the medical sign. It's a fucking snake on a cross, bro. They had them people fucking using the ventilators, killing people during COVID. The people going, because you're not supposed to be working for demons. You're not supposed to be working for these Europeans, bro. You're not supposed to be working for these devils. They're devils, bro. But because people didn't study and people indoctrinated, unfortunately, their karma is going to be what you call, they're going to suffer subconsciously because they were killing people, putting artificial medicines in people. Why aren't you figuring out and looking up the names of these medicines? Why aren't people looking up the GMO? Why are people letting doctors, you know what I mean? If you study in 1935, John D. Rockefeller infiltrated the medical field. And he came in with artificial medicines that come from petrochemicals, which is oil. So you got to understand, these white folks don't give a fuck about us, bro. It's all about money. They just wanted to really corner the world in. They created their own money reserve. They print their own money. So imagine people who print their own money and they have an unlimited amount of money, and we over here dying over it. We people dying over 20,000, people dying over $10. Money that really has no value. A piece of paper. People get a little bit of money, they stick their nose up. They be whole pieces of shit too, right? They be whole pieces of shit, but they got more money than you now. So now they sticking their nose up, they're better than you now. Been horrible their whole life, ain't help a soul in their life, but they, they ended up getting some money. So now, and this is why Black people are going to continue struggling. They fucked us up bad, boy. They fucked us up bad. They fucked us up bad, man, when they came in with them drugs, and they came in with the heroin, and they came in with the crack. You know what I mean? They came in with the welfare. They came in with the child support. They came in with the feminist movement. Like, Black people we just all over the place, bro. And it's sad. It's sad. And if I say something about it, instead of us like really like stepping up and really trying to, take this shit to another level, everybody just trying to get to a bag. But then you seen everybody with a bag, and look what they're doing with the bag. People still going to jail with the bag. People are millionaires, still killing. That's how you know Black people fucked up. You got dudes who are overcoming their environment, making millions of dollars, and still putting hits on niggas to die. Getting money that they could imagine. Damn, they don't even have a problem in the world no more. Damn, they don't have a problem in the world no more. This shit is crazy, bro. When I speak about these things, I'm not speaking from a personal standpoint. This is just the shit I be seeing. I think that's why I get upset when people be like upset when this is just what it is, bro. This is the harsh truth. This is why the name of this, you see the top, it says Uncomfy Truth. It's uncomfortable, bro. I don't like talking about this shit, but I have to because people's lives is in danger, bro. People are fucking dying, bro. People are struggling. People are in debt, bro. You know what I mean? When my mom died, that shit changed me, bro. I watched my mom wither away right in front of my face, bro. I watched it wither away right in front of my face. And there was a time when, me and my mom was going to even try to even fight it. It's over there. We was going to fight it together. And I saw like my mom, she ain't have it in her, bro. I told my mom, you got to get out them fucking hospitals. Mom, I got to get you up them pills, mom. They're going to kill you. Yo, those are blood thinners. Yo, mom, they doing this. Mom, they got you on this dialysis shit. Mom, they trying to put you in. And my mom just, you know what I mean? My doctor, I got a good doctor, Warren. I'm all right, man. All right, whatever, bro. Arguing with everybody because everybody's fucking like, you know what I mean? I watched the doctors kill all my grandparents, man, with cancer, bro. They're going to kill you when you go in there. If you don't got good, crazy medical insurance, you're going to fucking die in the hospital, bro. And it's the harsh truth. It sounds harsh, right? But I've seen it happen over and over. So you think I'm making this shit up? I just watched my mom die. My father is in the hospital right now. He has dementia. They giving him pills, bro. My father's not coming out of there. Come on, man. He's not coming out. He's not going to make it out of there, man. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's the harsh truth. This is what happens when you go into hospitals. You depend on a medical system that's based off artificial chemicals and shit that harms your body. But we keep going to them because that's all we know. That's how powerful the system is, yo. Shit is crazy, bro. You think our grandmothers and them was bugging when they said they didn't want to go to the hospital? Because they know you. Sometimes you go in there, you're not coming out, bro. If your medical insurance ain't that good, you're not coming out, bro. And half of them doctors don't know what the fuck they doing because they cheat on the bar exam. They cheat on their tests. A lot of those doctors, they cheat to outcompete each other. Because all they got to really learn is John D. Rockefeller's system of medicine. They're not really that smart like that. When I'm in the hospitals all the time, they be like, yo, you should take this. Did you take your shots? I'm not taking no shots. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, why would I take a COVID shot, sweetie? I never even got COVID. Why would I let y'all inject some? I asked them, I'm like, okay. I'm like, pronounce. Doctors hate me when I go in. I'm like, pronounce that. You see that medicine that you want to put in me? Pronounce it. Where's it come from? What's inside of that medicine? And they're like, it's solution. I'm like, yeah, and what else? Like, tell me everything that's inside of that needle. And they be stuck. I'm like, you don't even know. You want to know why? Because you're taking orders. Y'all following orders, bro. I don't fuck with adults who take orders, bro. Y'all follow these people, but won't follow God. That's the problem. That's why the world fucked up. People will follow their boss before they follow the commandments and the words of God. That's the problem with people. You'll follow your boss, the person who's putting money, and money is the rule of all evil. It's crazy, bro. That's why you gotta be strong, man. That's why I'm unapologetic, bro, because I'm righteous out this bitch. I got certain ways, but I'm righteous, bro. I'm not harming nobody. I'm not stealing from nobody. I'm not manipulating nobody. I'm just trying to elevate people, bro. You know what I'm saying? My boy Chillers. But so that's why it's like, yo, I come off harsh, but that's because, bro, I want to save motherfuckers, bro, because I've been through the shit that people going through. You know what I mean? I've been through this shit. But without further ado, I'm gonna play some more music. I'm getting all hype. I usually be on here for like 2 hours because 2 hours go quick. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have some fun, man. We're gonna have some fun.
So hold me in your arms. Kill Ali. So hold me in your arms. I got friends who lost their mothers. They will never feel her skin again. The touch is so powerful, have you feeling like a kid again. Cream of wheat, we fought over the crunch to have the cinnamon. Rest in peace to OJ, always felt that man was innocent. Cool that had the grades and still he grew up in the tenements. And I was bumping Stan, I used to be a fan of Eminem. Time is moving quick, you see the mist, it tends to flow like water. Guilty living life, I sacrifice, just want to hold my daughters. I strive for the greatness, cause life has kept me grateful. Tears upon my mirror, reflections about the things that made you. Hope you feel empowered, inspired, your brother kept it stable. Seen you from a distance, how it's different since I touched the cradle. We all in the moment, just trying to search for purpose. Power in the words, very careful how I write in cursive. Articulate with verbs, so only Karens go and hide their purses. Always in my truth, I let it fly the times my mind disperses. We gon' chase the light, chase the light. Everything is holy, we been living right. I still got the holy, do the demon night. I still got the holy, now I'm feeling right. We gon' chase the light, chase the light. Everything is holy, we been living right. I still got the holy, do the demon night.
Indeed.
I still got the holy, now I'm feeling right.
I'ma chase the light cause it's at the end of the tunnel. When you a POME, you adapt to the struggle. You better rumble in this concrete jungle. Whether it's friend or foes, you gotta stand on 10 toes. And stick to it like some Velcro. Young at heart, but I'm old school like shell toe. Adidas, they call me Unk, shit, I don't fake the funk. But just know if you tryna test, you're gonna flunk. This ain't a prank, no, we ain't on punked. No Ashton Kutcher, shit get drastic, nigga. I hope you prepared. We'll treat you like a blunt drag and put you in the air. So don't you dare. Best believe the guns will flare. They know spoke, flow dope. Plus I'm debonair. Yeah. And I don't really mess with niggas. Nothing less what you expect, my nigga. Wall.
We gon' chase the light, chase the light. Everything is holy, we been living right. I still got the holy, do the demon night. I still got the holy, now I'm feeling right. We gon' chase the light, chase the light. Everything is holy, we been living right. I still got the holy, do the demon night. I still got the
it seems almost selfish to expect from someone more than we have the right to.
I was really patient and want to start off on the wrong foot. Cause you could watch them shows, Stevie Harvey with the wrong book. And then you meet a queen, love connecting like a hard hook. Cancer in the water, I can see just what them scars took. You've been working hard, so my purpose is for all protection. When them problems pouring, we know women always prone to change. You never moved an inch, you a sturdy vibe that stays the same. I know you're so for real, cause when it's storm it turns to candy rain. You gotta travel journeys when the love is black. Cause it could be so fragile, like a gift when shit is bubble wrap. You love my charm, my hustle, and my love, and then you love my raps. And you can take a brush and paint a logo or a Thundercat. Mindful of talent, and plus you lovable. Hugging you, I can feel your soul, so I don't trouble you. And I respect your efforts, always showing what a mother do. Looking at my daughter, I keep praying so he cover me. I read between the lines, I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I read between the lines. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes.
How do I love you, baby? Let me count the ways. I'll try to stay on time, but I got much more to say. You had me from the moment I was caught inside your gaze. You treat it like a new G, how you'll never count your days. I love when ferocity flows in a fine female. The spirit of a lioness, I like the way that we feel. You look at me like Nala when I pin you, then you rebel. This needs to be a scene of me swimming inside your seashell. Aerial view, just stare at us too. When God sculpted you, a hammer major, tell us ethereal. More than a natural beauty, your flow can turn the tides. Wasn't fooled by your disguise, I can see love in your eyes. Beauty sleep good when she give me your apple, I take a bite. Never worry, whatever, I poke her honest tonight. You see responsibilities, I see our love come to life. And I can lead a tribe, just read the map and read between the lines. I read between the lines. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I read between the lines. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. I can see the love, I see it in your eyes. How much I love you. I love to make you laugh. Oh, I love to make you smile. 'Cause I love your eyes. You smile. They shine so bright.
I mean, those two songs from my new album that I have out now. You know what I'm saying? I got a new album out now called Black Boy Magic. You know what I'm saying? Black Boy Magic. And you know, like for me, man, I'm at a certain point in my career where like I've learned to let people go. Before, like it'll be producers, certain people I used to want to work with. You know what I mean? They used to treat me certain ways. And I would just kind of tolerate it because I used to be, you know, excited to work with them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I would kind of be a certain way. But now that I'm more further along, I've learned like you gotta look at it like this. Niggas don't want to be in your life anyway. So a lot of times you just gotta be able to let people go. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to let people go, bro. I'm in my own zone. You know, I got a chip on my shoulder because a lot of niggas I don't like the way niggas was treating me. You know what I mean? So I'm the type of person where like I don't hold grudges, but you can't just treat me any way you want. I'll just stop talking to you forever. Like I act like you don't exist. You know, and I've always been like that. You know, I don't let nobody mistreat me or undermine me and all that. And you can't be phony. Like you can't like not understand like what's going on with me, right? And then just kind of come out of nowhere and then think like you could just get next to me because it's phony. So that's why I be so mad when people treat me funny ways. I'm like, damn, it'd be somebody I really kind of like rock with, but I see him acting funny. It's like, all right, you messing with the wrong one, bro. I'm a Pisces, bro. Like we don't like when people move like that with us because I'm very genuine and I'll do anything for anybody. So I really take that shit serious. You know, I take that shit really, 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 really serious. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just one of those things where I just I don't like when people treat me funny ways, bro. I take that shit like that's like a real pet peeve of mine. Like I really hate that. You know what I mean? But while I'm here though, I'm about to play my boy's video. I'm about to play my boy video. Play my boy video real quick. Let me see. Yeah, I'm getting nice. I know. See, I could do. Look, this shit is so fire, bro. I could do whatever I want. I could do whatever I want. Oh, I gotta turn.
White next 716. Yo, I was born in 91, but this like 97 Nas.
Shout to my motherfucking brother. My fucking old dog.
Yo, hey, I was born in 91, but this like 97 Nas. I seen life as a facade until I went against the odds. You ain't the only nigga looking for a job. You need a check for this investment. That's when rap became a lesson. Niggas press is just perception. Although I'm blessed, I'm still stressed, neglecting with depression. I made a chess move in 9-6. Thought I was in my prime. Took some time to breathe, came back in 99. I reached the minds that they speak behind. I treat these lines like the DMV. I waited patiently to be elite, and now I'm on my feet to say the least. Niggas hating cause they grimy ways ain't get to me. I'm like the voice of reason, cause when the coldest season came, all agree in fame. I just want the money, cause I'm drained, you should be ashamed. Don't get paying homage confused with copy. Get nothing cause it ain't 97 Nas, fake dog, no love. You get nothing cause it ain't what it was. I try to give them all the past, but they messed in my buzz. They hate is rehab, but life is a drug. I can't kick it enough. 97 Nas. 97 Nas. You niggas had one job, try to discourage me. I purposely just play John Doe like they ain't heard of me. The same old, got old fashioned. Popularity is filled with sound bites that hold trash, nigga. Amongst the last spitters, it's like the breed dead. I spit bars as the beat bled. As long as we fed, they gon' tell me who did it first. Was it Benny? Was it Payne? Don't be a lame, I'm a student of the game. Taking notes, reading, hoping I use it in my own lane. Claim the fame, say my name, but don't use it in vain. 97 Nas. Fake dog, no love, you get nothing cause it ain't what it was. I try to give them all the past, but they messed in my buzz. They hate is rehab, but life is a drug. I can't kick it enough. 97 Nas, fake dog, no love, you get nothing cause it ain't what it was. I try to give them all the past, but they messed in my buzz. They hate is rehab, but life is a drug. I can't kick it enough. 97 Nas.
Yeah. That's my brother right there, man. YNX, man. I mean, I'm always gonna play his shit. Like, so, you know, I mean, that's old too. That's old heat. That's the old heat. You know what I'm saying? But it's still relevant. You know what I mean? He got so much shit, man. I'm about to play another one though. We're gonna play another one, man. Show some love to my brother, man. He got mad music. Matter of fact, we're gonna show me and him. You know, I was just a kid. seen a lot of different things growing up. Moms are struggling, pops are struggling. You know, that's the same shit. Me and all my friends was going through that shit. So my friends even had to work. We all just kind of like blended in and we came out. They said everybody warriors, the kings and the queens, the survivors. Guard your heart. Gotta move your pivot, every move is costly. Dusty souls, women into pain, just keep the devil off me. Tell you words, manipulate your soul. You hear the whisper softly, they on point. You know what come with fame when they feeling salty. Wasn't fair and Jesus staring, I was filled with hope. We paddled fast and we could swim, we saw the whales was close. I took my pen, I wrote my pain, the only way to cope. I rode my wave and paved the way, they tried to sell my boat. Vernon was my birthplace, Buffalo my second home. Playing ball with Celtics, it was fate the way I met with Rome. Give me my first 8-ball, that's the fucking way we set the tone. Isolated, focus on my hustle, couldn't call my phone. Many lessons on this journey I can't say on wax. I traveled lands and ran through women, then I ran through packs. And that's the reason y'all can resonate, this shit is facts. To my survivors in the jungle, gotta tip my hat. Walking through the fire of greatness, you see my soul bleed.
Learning about the power of prayer, sitting on both knees.
Walking through the fire of greatness until my soul leaves.
I grew used to the pain, niggas got cold feet.
Walking through the fire.
Why next? 7-1.
Walking through the fire of greatness, you see my soul bleed.
The truth follow me. I lied to myself in the mist. It's so robbery, ignorant bliss. Dirty piss, tell me if this life really a gift. You spend the night with bad memory trips. It's so malicious within every risk. We came from the city where hate is born. Cold hearts never invest. Can't weather us through the storm and regret. I saw less with my ears open to comprehend. The lost souls that wasn't my friends. Beginning the end of the clear thoughts and common sense. I studied revenge, but demons soon came to repent. My soul always went, molded from prints on my fingertips. My team legit, I caught a glimpse of the future, but seen the shit. I pray to God protect my soul, my body numb. Detox my lungs when stress is coming to me by the bunch. Separate the needs at once, gotta prioritize. Never force a lie, truth be told, niggas mortified. It's YN. 7-1.
Walking through the fire of greatness, you see my soul bleed.
Learning about the power of prayer, sitting on both knees.
Walking through the fire of greatness until my soul leaves.
I grew used to the pain, niggas got cold feet.
Walking through the fire. Walking through the fire of greatness, you see my soul bleed. Yeah. That was me and YNX, man. You know what I'm saying? When we curated a project called The Watchers. And you know, me and Y, you know, that's my partner right there. You know, I have my solo career, he has his solo career, but we do a lot of music together. You know what I'm saying? We kind of like intertwining it all, you know what I mean, putting it all together. And the biggest thing I love about him is his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? YNX was working with without me. You know what I'm saying? He was going hard before he met me. You know, and since we aligned, he still go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta like worry about him too much and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good. Like I gotta worry about him in too many different diameters. I don't gotta worry about his character. You know, I don't really gotta worry about you know, anything really. You know what I mean? So that's why when people come, like he sets the precedence for everything. So when people come to me and they're like, yo, they want help and they want me to like align with them, but they can't move nowhere near how he moved, it makes no point because like me and him is already aligned. So it really makes no point for me to align with someone who's not even working nowhere near my partner. You know what I'm saying? And he works fucking different. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, man. I have to stay away from people because I gotta stay away from people because people gonna waste your time, man, with their bullshit. You know, they're gonna waste your time with their bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's just beautiful having a partner like that, man. Yeah, why next again?
What next? 7-1. Yo, sleep with my eyes open, I'm not a dreamer. My reality was never obsolete. My grief inside this leader. The street code was broken. They live and die behind the Nina, but we keep holding. Against the odds, they practice preach without the fear that kept us breathing. Now they marry greed. What ain't prepared became scarce. We bear the beast. I need clarity. Amongst all things we bring to the table is rarity. Stop comparing me. I laugh in the face of adversity. The pain is in my family tree, rooted from the surface, but I'm free to breathe. Breathe. My day consists of Pro Tools and THC. I ain't say a word, let them sleep on me. The revolution will be televised from the frequencies, telling lies that they can't believe is a wicked curse. I switch the speeds, words come from the earth that I supersede, yeah.
A man is always going to be blinded when he can't feel, when he can't use his discernment, when you can't scan the energy that comes in the room, and you allow a demon next to you. You allow him to study you. You allow him to see the kinks in your armor, and you allow a weak man to conquer. Yeah, woke with my eyes closed. Reality is fakest where the haters see your pages, but they ate this to the greatness. Took my time though. I resurrect, project to different time zones. The quicksand hyenas getting closer. Still my smile on. Why wouldn't? Shit is getting thick. Call it mind putting. So much death, they be glad to get their eyes took it. You just gotta keep your mind pushing. Yeah, you just gotta keep your mind pushing.
I've been really on a journey, I'm really his favorite.
Had to get away from mortals and get in this spaceship. You can tell me that I'm wrong, cause we really gon' make it.
Yeah, we really gon' make it. I've been really on a journey, I'm really his favorite.
Had to get away from mortals and get in a spaceship. You can't tell me that I'm wrong, cause we really gon' make it. We really gon' make it. Yeah. I mean. Shout out to my brother YNX, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Makes this music shit more fun, more easier. You know what I'm saying? And we just carving, just doing what we do, not bothering the soul. You know what I mean? Just taking it easy. I mean, what I'm gonna get off here in a second. And what I'm gonna do is, before I get off here, I'm always gonna play a song for my mom, man. Until it get like a little played out. Um, if y'all want to come on, or y'all can come on. Y'all know anybody can come on here. Like you can come on from your phone. Let me see if I could. Even if you don't love yourself. That's a song for my mom, man. If I'm about to play it real quick. Song for Mom Dukes, man. Fucking mom is gone. That shit's crazy. It will always bug me out, man. She will always bug me out.
trauma. I just use the word from the Savior, cause I feel safe in armor. I can never question the highest on why he take my mama. Tried tears, I was dwelling in my conscience, smoking marijuana. When you see your parent body wither, you can become a man. Feelings of depression, almost went and put the gun in hand. All these problems blitzing, got me feeling like I'm Cunningham. The time is of the essence, I be feeling like I'm stuck in sand. Now I'm in this world, I'm numb to pain, it got me feeling empty. Gotta keep my vibe up, cause these demons gonna try to tempt me. Sue me with some vices, through the people they gonna try to trick me. All I need is love, that's the feeling they will never give me. Do you remember when I called you? All I did was cry, you brought back all them feelings. Had me feeling like a kid inside, emotions that was hidden, some forbidden that I didn't hide. I put it all in written, best decision, get the pen and slide. Days I used to wake up, think about you when the tears would fall. You used to use your walker, smoke your cig, was always standing tall. We worked on our forgiveness. I was anxious just to hear your call. It's been a couple years since we consistently just got along. You'll always be my mother. I'ma love you whether right or wrong. You told me keep on going. That's the only way I write this song, so I'ma keep on growing. Use your words and just go fly along. It's tears upon this paper that I write upon. Continue on your journey, no more pain and no more awful stress. You'll never be forgotten. Be at ease and now your soul can rest. Yeah, you'll never be forgotten. Be at ease and now your soul can rest.
If you don't love yourself,
Joint from my mom, Dukes. You know what I mean? Joint. I didn't even drop that song yet. I really just recorded it and I just been posting it, but I ain't even uploaded it or nothing. But I'm gonna do a video for that. I'm gonna use that more so, not even just for me. I would say more so just for the people who like it's been going through shit. You know what I mean? People who've been going through shit like me. And I know a lot of people had a lot of deaths in the month of April. You know what I mean? So, you know. But it's lit, man. It's definitely lit. I mean, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. All I ask is that y'all share it, man, so we can get it lit. You get the shit lit, it be lit. It's gonna be lit in a second because I'm about to start really bringing on I'm about to start bringing the big dogs up. But you know, it's just time to take everything to the next level. Everybody, all of us. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. We'll see y'all later on this Friday. I will be back later. And I'm gonna leave y'all off with this last joint. I'm out of here.
made it out the hood with survival. I'm not a normal person. Devil always knew where to find me. My father always working. Spent a lot of time with my youngest. I'm here to watch her grow. I was searching voices for reasons, so I align with Skull. Told me never make no excuses, just go and grind for dough. I strategized my plan to win and found my flow. Started with a black, then got a square, it's time to rock and roll. Got friends who can't even leave the city, cause they got parole. I struggled in some, really showed their colors. Where's the pot of gold? I respect the ones who stayed away because they probably told the weakness superseded. In the trenches, gotta hide your soul. Them youngers got the switches, hollow tips will make your body fold.
In the night we sing, praying to the heavens, getting right with them. Asking for forgiveness cause this life is precious. I'll be chasing glory till my light get dim. In the night we sin, praying to the heavens, getting right with them. Asking for forgiveness cause this life is precious. I'll be chasing glory till my light get dim.
I went to war by my lonely, I was losing battles, always knew that if I changed my focus, I could move a statue. Had a revelation when I dove into the book of Matthews, never hesitation. If I squeezed, just know a nigga had to. I was in the water with the sharks, I had to grow up quicker. Holding niggas used to give me wisdom and control they liquor. Mama out in Brooklyn, I just know her body getting sicker. I be by myself at times, cause anything could be a trigger. I keep steady motion, I be grinding like my nigga Piffer. I know many artists waste your time, you gotta keep your distance. Keep a person, always with respect. That's how you keep your business. Hear your calling, climb the highest mountain. Ain't no key to witness. Pain is vivid, I can fathom, but it never lasts. Life is bliss, just know your earth should be your better half. If she love you, then your struggle, she will never laugh. Protect her soul should be the best thing that you ever had.
In the night we sin, praying to the heavens, getting right with them. Asking for forgiveness cause this life is precious. I'll be chasing glory till my light get dim. In the night we sin, praying to the heavens, getting right with them. Asking for forgiveness cause this life is precious. I'll be chasing glory till my light get dim.
I made it out the hood